So you need to, if you want to live your life, this is the best time. Bestest time, I would say.
So, hello everyone, I'm Aditi Yadav, and today we have with us Mr. Devesh Saglani, a senior from Triple IT Nagpur itself. Sir is a researcher at Tata Research Development and Design Center. So, let's begin with the questions and grab most from your experiences. So, the first question being, students often find themselves in a dilemma about choosing between academics and skills. Should they focus more on their CGPA or on their skill development? So, what are your views about it, sir?
Okay. So, see, the thing over here is that this question has often come up to people, to students, specifically those who are new. Initially, you will feel that you need to go to academics, you need to score good CGPA, but you need to focus on your skills. That's my point. Because once you will focus on your skills, your academics will eventually improve. So, your CGPA will also eventually improve. So, let's say if you focus on data structures and algorithms, your CGPA in data structures and algorithms will automatically improve. So once you acquire
Yes,
the
sir.
skills, academics will it will be taken care of. There is no problem in this academic stuff. Yeah, but the thing is that you shouldn't be solely focused on only on academics, because there are a lot of things going on nowadays. So specifically, if I say in the past 2 or 3 years, there has been a lot of development in like the competitions being held, the hackathons, and there are other stuff as well, like GSOCs, the open source competitions are there. Then people are today nowadays focusing more on machine learning kind of stuff. So what I want to say is, if you just focus only on academics, so it won't help you develop your skills, because those skills, academics won't make you ready for the competitive environment that's going on around the world right now. Because in the past 2 or 3 years, the competition has increased a lot. Believe me, it has
Yes,
increased.
sir.
It has reached a sky high level. So you need to focus on your skills, need to improve your skills, and academics will be taken care of. There is no doubt in that. Yeah,
Okay.
some parts of the academics might not be taken care of, but thing is that you can maintain it. There is no issue in that. That
So we
everything can be
must
maintained.
maintain a safe CGPA level and mostly focus on skill development.
Yeah, so CGPA level, I would say, try to maintain it above 7.5. It's very easy to
Okay.
maintain it above 7.5. There is not much difficulty. Even if yeah, you just need to study a bit. So I'll tell my case. What we used to do is, I should actually not tell this because I don't know whether teachers, faculty will be seeing this or not. But what we used to do is, initially we used to attend the colleges. We used to go to the class seriously, very sincerely. Then after a few years, after second year or so, we stopped going to classes regularly. I mean, we were going, but not regularly. But still, what we did was, we used to prepare for exams just 1 week before. Literally just 1 week. Take any exams, take any sessions or any kind of end semesters. It doesn't matter. We used to prepare it just 1 week before, and we used to score pretty decent. There is no problem in that. I mean, I used to prepare just 1 week before. I used to start my preparation just 1 week before, and I maintained my CGPA of 9 throughout the 4 years. Not exactly 9, but on an average 9 throughout 4 years. So that's okay. Only 1 week of study is enough nowadays. So mostly you need to develop most of the time you need to give to your skills. You need to update your skills. That's
That
important.
will be a golden tip for those who have a little problem managing skills and studies.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, if say you are not too good in memorizing stuff, or you are not too good in preparation, you can start 2 or 3 weeks before the exams as well. Doesn't matter. See, the thing is, you have every month, almost every month you have exams. Okay, so either you go to regularly, if you are going regularly to the classes, there is no need to take tension about the exams, because everything will be covered from the classes only. If by chance you're not going to classes, which you will eventually not go, so you can basically 1 week of time is more than enough to prepare. I mean, almost all the hostel, I was living in the hostel, so almost all the hostelers used to do the same thing. They used to prepare just 1 week before the exam. Some used to
Okay,
start just a
so
day or two before also.
so moving on to the next question. How did you
Yeah.
manage to get an internship, and any guidance for our juniors to how to approach an internship?
Okay, so there is an interesting fact about this. So, see, being in first year, you guys might be thinking that I should first acquire skills, then I should apply for internships. So this was the mistake that I did in my college days. What I used to think was I'll acquire the skills, I'll gain some confidence into that, then I'll try to apply for the internships. But that is actually wrong. You can actually learn those skills while going on for internship as well. So let's say if you are generally first or second year students, they don't get internships into the companies. They generally get in startups probably, but not into companies, proper companies. So for getting internships into proper companies, you need to have at least have must have done 2 years of college or something like that. But you can definitely go for research internships, summer internships that colleges are offering. You can definitely go for startups internships. So they are ready to take because they want young people. They are energetic, and I mean, just try to talk with the professors if they are ready to recommend you to their some friends or the professors from the college. So see, there are lots of professors. If you can ask them who have done phds from iits as well. If you ask them whether they have any connections into the iits, you can definitely get a research internship into the college in first year also. Definitely, that's and most easy way, one of the most easiest way. Second is you acquire some skills. Give interviews to apply for internships into the startups. If you are into first 2 years, apply for internship into the startup because they will make you work extensively. You will learn a lot into that. So that way you can develop yourself a lot. You will know how to manage time. You will know what skills to learn, what are the requirements and all the stuff, and that will obviously give an advantage to your resume. And other thing, okay, for the websites, you can definitely try on LinkedIn, but I'm not sure how much LinkedIn will support. So you can definitely go for angel.co. They are good.
Okay.
You can go for Internshala. You can go for one more stuff. What's there? One or two more stuffs. Uh, okay, I forgot the name. So you can apply for this. There are lots of websites where you can apply. So if you go on the company sites, they won't help you because they generally ask for experienced people. You can one more way is you can contact with people from. So let's say you pick up a startup in Nagpur or you pick up a startup in Bangalore. Try to find out employees who are working over there. Try to contact with them and ask them if they can refer you or if they want any intern. Probably for 2 or 3 months, they will definitely want because they want to reduce their workload. So you can work on that and you can learn skills on that. And don't wait for getting that I will get better at that skill and then I will go for internships. Don't wait for that.
Okay.
Also, one more thing I forgot is try to go for try to go for open source stuff. Open
Mm.
source is really good thing. So there are lots of competitions going on in open source, and also maintain the track of all the emerging technologies. Like nowadays, augmented reality, virtual reality, AR/VR is going on. Cyber security is the next big thing because the data today is getting accumulated is too large to manage all those data. There are a lot of cyber security analysts required. Machine learning, obviously, guys, almost everyone is going today into machine learning. So machine
Yes.
learning can also be applied everywhere. That's no big deal. And there is blockchain, there is IoT, and there are lots and lots of stuff. There is cloud computing, Azure and Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, all those stuff. Try to learn these things and try to contribute to open source because you can learn a lot in open source contribution.
Yeah. So now a lighter question. What will you say about your 4-year journey in Triple IT Nagpur? Though our batch is an unlucky one because we have to stay at home, but we'd love to hear your experience.
Just a few weeks or I think a month ago, I think I had received a similar request about sharing my journey into the college. So I think I have written an article onto that and for the college magazine. So, to be frank, my 4 year journey was awesome. To be frank, just I would say the last 2 months when the lockdown began, it was okay, but for the other times, it was awesome. I mean, we have seen almost everything. You can say you can count almost everything. Not the freshers, not the farewell. We didn't get any of those because we were the first batch. Neither our future batches did get. So, but it was awesome. I mean, you will learn to live, how to live. So you will learn to enjoy with your college friends. See, school life is different. With school friends, what you do is, if suppose a school or two friends they live in your neighborhood, that's a different story. But for the in the school life, what you do is you spend just 8 hours into the school. I'm not talking about those highly technological schools, those who prepare for IITs and JEEs. They spend 12 hours, but their life is much worse than that. Okay, so leave that. On an average, people generally spend 8 hours into the school. So in 8 hours, you share a bond with your friends, but that bond is not too much of connected bond. But in the college life, you share a different bond because you live with them. You live into the same room. You live into the same hostel. You beat each other on their birthdays. You do all the kinds of mischievous stuff. You get caught by the warden, and then they punish you. And there are lots and lots of stuff. So if you pick up the records, there will be almost all mischievous activities have been started from our batch. So there were a lot of mischievous guys. We have almost broken every rule, every hostel rule, every college rule, but still we have managed to survive into the hostel and college like that. So I'll talk about the general batch, not of me. So I was not that guy that breaking too much or too many rules, but even I have broken a lot of rules, specifically
So as
hostel.
soon as our
So
hostel opens, so we'll take on your legacy of breaking rules.
yes, you should definitely. There will be lot of rules to be broken. But yeah, don't break any serious rules, okay? There have been people who
Obviously.
have been into trouble because they broke those serious rules. So that's a kind of different story because we cannot define hostel life. Even you will know when your juniors will interview you, you will understand that you cannot define hostel life in just few minutes or few hours. It will take a lot of time to define those words. So
Definitely.
hostel life, I mean not hostel, just a college life. Enjoy it, fully enjoy it. Don't think about stuff. Don't worry about future. Don't worry about whether I'll get a good placement or not, whether I will be good in my academics or not. Just live your life. Everything will be managed. Everything will be done. Don't worry on that. Yeah, just enjoy.
Okay. Now a domain specific question. You being a researcher, how do you find this domain is best for you among the ocean of choices that we have now?
Okay, so I've basically got this research option from the college itself. So TRADC company came into the college and they took up. So I was not sure of my domain, whether I wanted to be a researcher or whether I wanted to be a analyst, but I was sure that I wanted to do something for cybersecurity stuff. I'm working into the cybersecurity department right now. So I always wanted that I should be in the cybersecurity stuff. I also applied for a few positions here and there. Somewhere I got selected, somewhere I got rejected, basically in the software development part. But after joining this research stuff, I understand that research is completely a different process. So you do development also over here. You do proper researching kind of stuff. You try to solve those NP hard problems. So that takes a lot of brains, and there requires a lot of reading. So actually, to be frank, I was not sure whether I would end up a researcher or I would end up a software developer because even I'm not sure whether currently as well that what I might end up in the future because I'm not sure whether how much time I will continue being a researcher or whether I will look for a change for a software developer or whether I will go for an MBA. I haven't thought much on that because I'm currently going with the flow, as people say, go with the flow. Currently going with the flow, learning stuff from like how cybersecurity works and how do we apply cybersecurity into real life. So I don't give much thought on this that I want to be some particular researcher only or some developer. I believe whatever is in there for me, whatever the thing that has to happen will happen, and I'll probably enjoy it, whatever I'm doing. So I'm currently enjoying my role being a researcher. I'm not looking for any changes right now. Probably in future I might look. I'm not sure when I get fed up with research because research is a really tedious process. You just can't handle research so easily. You will spend on months. I spend on months without getting a solution to a problem statement. I'll tell you one of the things. During my internship, 6 months internship, I got a completely new problem statement, a very fresh research problem statement that no one had solved till now. Actually, a professor from an institute gave me that problem statement. I spent almost 5 months thinking on that, how to solve that problem. I didn't get anything, literally anything. In the last month, I got something, some idea, not the complete solving of the problem, but I got some idea. I made some change. Developed some algorithm. So basically, I had to develop an algorithm. I developed 3 or 4 algorithms, but they were not working perfectly. I mean, you need to be aware of the time complexity. It should run in well sufficient time. You need to be aware about the space complexity. You need to be aware about the exceptions. Everything you need to see into research when you are in research. So it happens into the software development process as well. But research, you have to spend a lot of time because generally people take up those problem statements which have not been solved till now, or which have some good potential ahead, which can be applied. So that 5 months of time, I was really frustrated. The research gives you a lot of frustration. Research even demotivates you, that it makes you feel that you are unworthy of doing this stuff, doing research. So, but eventually you will enjoy. Once you get a result, once you get an algorithm, once you get something, you will enjoy it. No, I did some good stuff into that. So that's one good part of the research thing. That happiness you get after solving that algorithm, or after solving some research problem statement. That's amazing. That I have obtained.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now you did tell us how did you get the internship and the job. Are there any special tips to ace an interview, like any point which we need to keep in while giving our resume or talking to an interviewer or anything?
Okay, there are a lot of things I can think of.
Anyone that is your
So
favorite or which you must have used in your interview.
okay, I'll come to that part later, but one part later. But the thing is, when you're giving an interview, just try to keep yourself calm. You see, you need to believe in yourself. That is the first and foremost thing. Whatever your resume depicts is a different thing. You need to believe in yourself. Once you are into an interview, once you are sitting in front of an interviewer, you just need to be confident about yourself that no, I can give. Suppose you are say sitting in front of a software developer interviewer. So I gave an interview of a software development. He gave me some algorithm questions. So I was confident about myself. Before the start of the interview, I was really nervous. I wasn't sure that whether I will be able to even pass on to the second round or not. That nervous I was. But once I sat into the interview, forget everything. You just focus what you are doing. Just be confident, and everything will go smoothly. And one pro tip: once you are giving an interview for software developer or some any profile, any literally any profile, except for research, don't ever tell that you want to go for further studies to the HR or to the technical interview. Don't tell. I did that mistake. Eventually, I got rejected because of that.
Okay.
Once you tell that you want to go for an MS or you want to go for an MBA, that's the end of your interview. They will continue the interview for a few minutes, but that's the end of your round. You won't go any further from that. That's for sure.
Okay,
Don't
we'll
give this.
surely
This
keep
is
that
one
in
pro tip.
mind.
This is one pro tip because I have experienced that very badly. I wanted to join that company, but eventually I just that spilled out of my mind. That thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in the end, do you have any suggestions for us engineering students?
Experiment your life to the fullest. Experiment as in do everything you want. Okay. Don't make anything an addiction, but do everything. Try to do everything you want into the college, specifically into college. I mean, if my article gets published, you will find that into the last paragraph as well. So I've written there that enjoy your life, break the rules, study as well, take part in the competitions, do everything you want, roam everywhere, go out with your friends, specifically go out on trips with your friends because that's the best thing that you can do into that. Go for unplanned trips, do everything that you can think of in your mind into the college. Because once you get out of the college, you will be full of responsibilities, and those responsibilities won't help you live the life to your fullest. So you need to, if you want to live your life, this is the bestest time, I would say. No better time you can get into this. You can do
So with
everything, huh? Yeah,
that is surely we'll keep in mind all these tips. So with this, we
yeah,
come to an end for this interview. Thank you, sir, for reserving time for us. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to take from this interview. Thank you once again, and hope you have a nice day.
yeah, yeah. Welcome. Thank you.